everybody, it's Roxy and Eli, and we are here with you today. It is Daylight Savings Day today, so we hope that you all moved your clocks forward. We spring forward today. Just a little bit of history. We do that as a way to maximize the time of our day that is in the sunshine, and I just am filled with hope that it is more sunlight in our day, and it means that we are getting closer to summer and to warm weather, and there could not be anything that makes me more excited than today and to be with you all. We also have a fun lesson, one of our Godly Play books about our saints, and on the March 17th is St. Patrick's Day, and oftentimes we celebrate like Valentine's Day and Patrick's Day, and don't really know who these people are. So the Godly Play curriculum has put together these great books that help us to learn who these saints really were. So our color is green. Saint Patrick. This is the story of Saint Patrick. The church remembers him during the season of Lent, a time of the color purple. I wonder why we remember Patrick. Patrick was probably born in the northwest of England. When he was a little boy, he heard the sound that nobody wanted to hear. It was the crunching and scraping of the Irish boats as they were pulled up on the beach. They had come to steal children. They took Patrick across the Irish Sea. When they got to the other side, they sold him. The man who bought Patrick made him a shepherd. This is a shepherd's staff. He sent him into the wild country to take care of the sheep by himself with just a few dogs to help. Patrick took good care of the sheep. He was a good shepherd, and the dogs understood and loved him. They worked together. Patrick prayed 100 times a day for all of them. One day, Patrick told the dogs to take care of the sheep and left. He had to travel at night so that no one could catch him. After many nights, he began to smell salt in the air. As day was beginning to dawn, he heard the waves crashing on the shore. Patrick crept to the edge of the cliff and looked over. Down below was a ship that was about to sail to England. But the sailors couldn't get the big Irish dogs into the boat. They wanted to sell them in England, but the dogs did not want to go. The dogs had black and brown wiry hair and were very tall and fierce. Patrick climbed down the cliff and walked into the midst of the dogs. He sat down and began to talk to them. When Patrick went on the boat, the dogs followed him. So the sailors decided Patrick could go with them. He was beneficial for them, right? Because the dogs listened to him. He knew how to speak to the animals. When he got home, he decided he wanted to go back to school so that he could become a priest. The children thought it was strange because he was so much older and taller than any of them. He didn't care because he wanted to learn to read. Patrick became a priest. One night he dreamed that God wanted him to go back to Ireland. "Come back. We are waiting for you," the people said in the dream. He went. Patrick was the first bishop for Ireland, another kind of shepherd. It took a lot of courage to go there. The people of Ireland did not like Christian people. Some tried to hurt him and even kill him. Patrick didn't care. He loved being a priest, and he loved telling people that God is love. He taught like this. One day, someone asked him what the Holy Trinity was. How could there be 3 gods and yet only one God? Right? The Holy Trinity is the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, or the Creator, the Redeemer, and the Sustainer. Patrick smiled, and with a twinkle in his eye, leaned over and picked up a shamrock. He said, "See, there are 3 leaves in one and 1 in 3. When he was an old man, he continued to worry about Ireland. He climbed a great hill and prayed for Ireland and its future. And if you go there today, you can still climb that very hill and pray. This week we remember St. Patrick because he traveled for God." Isn't that neat? A neat little story, and how we talk about the shamrock or the clover. I wonder if anyone has ever found clover.
I did it.
We have our entire front yard, grassy area is clover. It's crimson clover because it's a good nitrogen fixer for the soil. So it's what people call a cover crop. But it helps to get all of the nitrogen from the atmosphere, from the air, and bring it into the soil so that it can be used by our plants. So we have it to provide nutrients to our garden. And it's also a great reminder that there's 3 in 1, which I love that. All right, we are going to continue with our wilderness kits. So if you have one of these, go for a walk, collect some rocks, put them in your kit. We are getting closer and closer to Easter, which is where we'll be making our next, we'll be finishing this project. We are also still collecting cards for Branan Towers. So we're going to make a few fun cards today that are kind of a little St. Patrick-y, and also just really fun to make. And then when you come to pick up your palms on March 21st, bring your cards for Branan Towers. That way we can deliver them saying, "Happy Easter, you are loved." And then the last and final thing is, if you would like to sing for Palm Sunday or Easter Sunday, have your parents email me so that we can set up a time for you to record with me and Troy, and y'all can be included in those Sunday videos. Stay tuned for our creative response.
Bye!
For this Easter card, we're going to be making a rainbow. Start by collecting your favorite colors of paper, and then cut out the same shape but in smaller sections. Then once you glue each of those shapes onto your card, you'll cut out the center in an upside down U. It almost looks like a tombstone. And then you'll have a little peek through rainbow card that you can then decorate. We chose to open it up from the bottom to the top so that you can see Jesus is risen. Happy Easter. You can also do it to open from the side. So whichever way makes you happy, and decorate them, and be sure to bring them to church on March 21st.